Hi everyone, my name's Andrew, and today I'm going to do an art craft with you. Welcome to my home. In the mid-20th century, the Otomi people started producing the Amate paper and selling it in the larger cities. The oldest known piece of Amate paper dates back to the year 75. So in Mexico, we've been using paper to create art and document our histories since the year 75, at least. The paper was received by Nuevo painters in Guerrero, and a new Mexican craft was created. So many of you may recognize Amate as this form of art, which is Amate is a paper, it's the bark paper. And then you see the Otomi style of bird and flowers, and here's a nopal. So many of you have seen these bookmarks. What we're gonna make today is something similar to this. Here's what you need. You need white acrylic paint, you need a brown paper bag, you need a pencil, scissors, and markers or colored pencils. The first thing you want to do is you want to take your brown paper bag and your scissors, and you're going to cut out a rectangle shape. Once you have the paper cut down, you want to take it and curl it, and then open it up. That's going to give it a nice texture, so that when you paint it, it's going to look more like bark and less like brown paper. Okay, let's get started with some drawing. And remember, art isn't about being perfect. Art is about getting an idea in your head on paper, okay? So I've got some easy shapes for you. The first shape we're going to draw, we're going to start with a wavy line and almost making a full circle. So you'll see I had the wavy line and I stopped right before I touched the wavy line, so it's almost a circle. Then I'm going to take my pencil underneath that and come around it and touch that wavy line. So if you look at it, it kind of looks like a snail shell. This is representative of wind, so you'll see it in a lot of drawings and paintings from the Otomi tribe, and it represents wind or the breeze or movement. Let's draw a leaf. A leaf is an easy shape. You're just going to draw like a little tube. So I'm going to take my marker and make a skinny tube here. See that? And then I'm going to make more waves. So I'm going to take my marker and come around this way and just make 3 easy waves. See that? So when you put the two together, you can make a leaf drawing. Just like that. See? There's your tube shape, and there's your 3 waves and 3 waves on this side. Simple. Let's draw a flower. So a flower has the center part, which is round. So we're going to draw 2 circles like that. Okay? And then remember the wavy shape? We're going to do the same wavy shape, but they're going to be much closer together. So if you look at it here, here's my wavy shape, much closer together. That's a petal. When you put those 2 together, you can create a flower shape. Do you see that? Here's the 2 circles, and here's the 3 wavy petal shapes. Now, I can continue the petals all the way around the flower so that it looks like this. See that flower shape? And then I've added the little tube here to make the stem, and I've made a leaf. Very simple, very basic. They all start with these easy shapes that everyone can draw. We're going to work on drawing the bird. Now, the easiest way to draw anything is to break it down into its easiest basic shapes. So what do we know about a bird? It has a head, and the head's round, like a ball, and it has a body, and the body kind of looks like an oval. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to draw a circle for the head. Make sure you're using pencil. I'm using marker only so you guys can see it. And then I'm going to draw that oval for the body shape. Do you guys see that? Very simple shape. It doesn't have to be perfect. And right now it doesn't look like a bird, but it will look like a bird when we get done. Okay? What's another part of the bird that we're going to draw? A beak. Let's draw a beak. And beak is just a triangle. You guys learned how to draw triangles at school, so we're just going to put it into play here. Simple shapes, triangles. What's another part of a bird that's important? Wings, correct. So we're going to take the circle and the oval, and we just drew a beak, and we're going to draw wings. Do you remember those wavy lines that we practiced? Here, we can use that as part of the wings. So we're just going to start on the inside. We're going to draw a long line, and that's going to be the top of the wing. Okay? Here's the body. I drew this long line that's the top of the wing, and now all these little circles are the wavy lines. So we're just going to come around from wavy lines all the way across till we connect. Do you guys see that? We made a wing. It's looking more like a bird now, right? We can't have a bird with just one wing, so let's draw the second wing. The second wing we're going to put behind the bird, so it looks like you have the front wing here, and we're going to put another wing in the back, okay? So looking at the little line that made the oval, we can't cross that because then the wing will be in front. So we're going to start from there and come around and make our wavy lines all the way around. And we're going to come back down and touch the back of the bird. So you guys see I started here. I made wavy lines all the way around till I touched the back of the bird. Now let's put some feathers up here on the bird's head. Wavy lines again, super easy. See that? It's looking a lot like a bird now. How about a bird's tail? So birds have very long tails, some have very short tails. On this one, let's get a little long, okay? We're gonna start at the bottom, and we're gonna come out and in, out and in, out and in. And then the same thing backwards, out and in, out and in. So you see what I did here? I came out and in, out and in, out and in, and then back, out and in, out and in. I didn't go any further because we don't want to be in the way of the wing here. We don't want. So once you have your bird down, we're going to go ahead and start drawing the background. So the background is where you get to put in the flowers, the leaves, the wind. It's going to be beautiful, and you can use your imagination. You can put as many flowers as you want, as many leaves as you want. I've done this sketch in pencil, so you can see. And here's my bird. Here I put two representations of wind. I put some flowers, and this one's traced in marker so you guys can see it more clearly. And I put leaves. I put a big stick that the bird's sitting on, and it's just the same tube shape that we've done. And another leaf here. So you guys fill in the rest of your paper with flowers, leaves, wind, anything you can imagine. We want to leave some brown paper though, okay? So don't cover the entire thing. So once you have your drawing complete, you're going to take white acrylic paint. And I got this at the dollar store, so you don't have to spend a lot of money. And you're going to take your paintbrush and you're going to paint in over your shapes. So I'm going to paint in the head of the bird here. The reason we use white paint over the brown is so that your colors show up better. If you put paint or markers or colored pencil on top of brown paper, the color of the paper is going to change the color of the paint once it dries. So if we have a nice white acrylic base, those colors are going to be very bright, and you'll get a very bright and colorful painting. So you see that? I colored in the head. I'm going to color in the wing so you can see what I do here. When I color in the wing, I leave a little space between the wing and the body that's going to look brown so that I can follow my painting. If I painted the whole thing white, I would maybe lose these little lines. and not know where my wing is. So what I did was I painted the wing and the feathers that connect to the body here, and the body. It's all white, so I left a tiny space between the wing and the body so that when I paint it in or color it in, after it's dry, I have a guideline so that I don't lose the wing shape, so that I don't lose the body shape. If I want to make them different colors, I know where the wing color ends and where the body color begins, okay? And we're gonna put this white paint over all the shapes, okay? And then you have to let it dry. So now you get to fill in your shapes with markers, colored pencils, or paint. And when you're done, you should have something like this. So now you guys have a finished piece of art, and you learned what Amate paper was. I'll see you guys soon with another art activity.